Mr. Madhu is deeply passionate about knowledge sharing. He actively contributes as a board of studies member, motivational speaker, mentor, and trainer. He takes pride in simplifying the complex concepts into presenting them in an engaging manner. He is a certified Scrum Master and a SEO Clarity user. His commitment to empowering business and individuals through data-driven strategies and solutions is truly inspiring. We are delighted to have Mr. Madhu Madlamani with us today to shed light on this fascinating topic. So, thank you for invitation. Thank you for accepting our invitation, Mr. Madhu.
Yeah, thank you, Shilpa Garu. Thank you so much.
Can you able to share your screen?
Yeah, if you just allow me to, then I
Yeah.
can.
Make post. I'm making it post. Yeah, you can.
So you're able to see my screen now.
Yeah.
So this is regarding the business analytics and the can't still see the screen. Hold on, there is some. So I'm here to explain about how this Power BI is making a huge impact role on the business privileges. Correct? That's the today's topic, right, Shilpa?
Yeah, it's related to the quantum computing business applications.
So business applications is nothing but how these reports and everything going to help the business executives and the other people. So the topic today is personally towards the Power BI.
Yeah.
How it's useful and all. So we'll be discussing more about Power BI. That's the agenda for today.
Okay.
So it is mostly, yeah. So I'll be sharing my screen. So to start about Power BI, it is one of the prominent tool which is used in the daily lives today. So most of the people are like focusing more on the business reports and how exactly to get an insight of these kind of data sales, or like maybe the quantum data or something. So we are here to provide them with the insights of the visualization. So initially it started in year 2015, and from there onwards it has been revived to a huge rapid growth till 2024. And so Power BI is basically a business analytics tool. It is used for creating interactive dashboards, what I've told you earlier. And in Power BI also we have three kind of components which are very important, like the Power BI desktop, and also the Power BI service, and also the Power BI mobile, like that. So here we'll get back to this dashboard later, but before that I would like to explain about the basic applications of how this business role is really essential in Power BI. So coming back to the point, the applications here, it's mostly used for analytics like data analysis and how it is reporting and how it emphasizes the decision making for some sort of business roles. And we also here to import the data and transformations of certain data from various data sources. We can connect data through multiple sources as well, from Excel or like CSV, and also from various databases like Power Query. And so some sort of computations are required. And the beauty of the Power BI is also like explaining more about the bar charts and the line charts, and we have multiple data tables to engage in this kind of visualizations. And so we'll be looking into step by step process, like how to connect your data model and how to build relationships, and how to you know bring the data connections from one server to another, and how this is actually done, because the data is like a huge vital source of information. And this has to be done due to Power BI because most business CEOs or CFOs or COOs, they don't have much knowledge about how to get or see the data in a way how a data analyst looks. So this is actually a graphical representation of a data which makes an easier understanding for the higher business executives especially to understand the insights and make data driven decisions. And this role is also getting very popular nowadays because the mark and the demand of this is really increasing because most of the people want their data to be perfectly organized and definitely by seen in an easy manner. So there are like some calculated measures for that. And yeah, we can also use the publishing reports, making them easy and understanding to them. So this is how a brief explanation is. So if you guys are actually seeing my screen, this is how typically a dashboard looks like. This is somewhere a what do you call a basic kind of example I'm showing here. So we have completion tokens and everything here, and this is like this. So how to build this Power BI from scratch is what our agenda is today. So we'll be working on that part. So before that part, this is how a typical dashboard of a Power BI looks like. Here we have the icons on the top, and here we have this kind of table views and the model views and the DAX queries, which are really important before you need to make any kind of uh, amendments or to make data work in a perfect manner. So here are the dashboards or the filters and the visualizations and the data. Here are the typical visualizations which we use prominently. So our first step would be to import the data from downloads, and this is how you connect a data here. So you guys are able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, cool, no problem. So this is how typically the data is. So this data will be getting from the company's app, the company's applications, where the salespeople will be, like taking note of each and every type of sales in their inventory and what are the subcategories and from which region it is and what is the profit associated with that particular sale and what is the kind of the category it belongs to. So we just took a sample data from an electronic inventory. So what we need to do is, like, first we get the data from an SQL server. We just get it associated or get it connected to our Power BI tool, and then we just click on that and we just load it straight away to our dashboard. Then it's going to take some time before it comes. So this is typically an entity relationship model. Here we have some sort of how the data from one part to the other part is really synchronized or how it is connected to each other. Here we see that. And once we import the data, we can see our table here, the category and the subcategory, the region and sales and profits. So this gives an idea of how it is. So, and we can see the tables right here, and we can just click it here. All right, just hold on. Just open a new Power BI then. Yeah, it's getting it's and why it's
You're not able to share the screen.
I am.
Okay.
It's just a bit slow here. That's the thing. It's really slow. Sorry about that. I'm not able to hold on. No, it's one time I'll try. Only 1 second. So here we have the data, and yeah, you're able to see my screen, right? So here we
Yeah.
are able to see the profits of the data from the table. We'll be looking at the categories. So we have different sort of categories here. We have regions. So in order to visualize this, it's really easy to see when you look at this picture. Okay, but in order to see this visualizely, we need to work it on the visualization pane. So we'll be looking at the profits here. So mostly we'll be using this sort of column charts and the other charts here. So in order to look it in the form of a table, then we'll be going into the table format over here, and then we'll be looking at some of the profits. And for that, we need the category as well. It's just like a drag and drop, which gives an easy kind of representation once if you see. So for the clothing, sum of profit is like this, and for furniture, it is like that. And so this is one of the table, and in order to, we need to build like a lot of visualizations also on this. So some of the regions is like south, west, north, south. So for that, typically we can just work on a pie chart if you can consider this. So for pie charts, we need to look at the values and the details. So for the region, just need to do a bit of drag and drop here. So then it will tell you like what are the values for the regions. So if you just drag and drop on the values, so it will tell you that the east is comprised of 28% and the south is like this. So it is basically an easy way of representing the higher executives for the business, and the way you represent it also plays a crucial role in the, what do you call, the demonstration and also the appearance. And what else we can draw from here is the kind of subcategories and their sales. Okay, so for which subcategory the sales is more. So in order to do for that, we will be working on a kind of a clustered bar chart here. So if you can see, this is like this, sum of the profit by the category. Okay, it's the profit. So in order to get the values for this, so we'll be working on the formatting the visual here. So here, and the axis, it's like this, the values is on. and the data labels. So this is one of the criteria. So it is like that. So for the subcategories we have seen now. So let's see for the categories now for the sales. All right, we have seen for the categories. So we'll see for the subcategories and its sales. So we need to get another bar chart here, and we will be dropping the category in the x-axis and the sales in the y-axis. Then we'll be able to get it in this form, sum of the sales and this one. So in order to get the values of the bar charts, it's not that clear because we can see the values are not seen on each top of the bar. So in order to make it like more appealing, we can just work on the data labels by making it on. So then we can see it's like 6 million, 6 and 5 and 5 and 4, 5 the furniture. So it's like a storytelling basically how the dashboards are, from electronics and clothing and groceries to the furniture. And this is also like that, a typical way. And we can also like draw so many relationships between from one to the other. And we have seen the subcategories and categories. So let's see the profits of which region has more profits, like that we can see if you want. So for that I will be grabbing a donut chart this time over here, and then we'll be doing the sales here, and I just need for which region that is more. So if not the sales, it could be the profits this time. See, we can see the east one has the more profits while the north has very less. So this is how we represent the information in a graphical form, which will be easily understood by the users. And for this, it's like very simple and it is user friendly. And the only thing is we need to understand or explore more options in this kind of particular visualization pane, which is really useful. And you can also use some sort of headings and everything like that. So I'll be like already also showing you this kind of representation for this one. So just go to the data labels and put it on, and here it is like this. So drag and drop, just make it nice and easy looking. And what else the relationships we can draw from this is sales and profit table. Yeah, sales is this much, profit is this much. Okay, so okay, so for this one we'll be also using another chart called Koch. For this we can also find what is the average profit. So for that we'll be like looking at the profit or average, or it will be represented by the cards, which are really important in this part. So the cards help to find out the profits. Some of the profits is this much and the average is this much of the profit, and maximum profit you can see is this much. So it's like that. So the representation should be like nice and easy in that flow. So developing profits, or the cards also can be seen like from the properties, the height this much, you can just put it like this, 100 and 100. So it's like that. Then you'll be getting it everything in the same manner. Or you can just simply use Control C and Control V to copy paste like each and everything. So that will be coming down, and then you'll be changing maximum profits, that is the maximum profits, and now this will be changed to average, and this will be changed to minimum, like that. And then later we'll be looking about the background and how appealing and how visually we can see this. But first we'll be completing the minimum requirements of how exactly we want our data, and how exactly, suppose a business executive actually asked me to build a report on the sales, and which is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm demonstrating you. So just have a look of how I'm doing and everything. So this I got a maximum profit, I got the average of the profit, and I got the minimum profit. And then I'll be moving into the other part. So I'll be going into sales table and see, okay, the sales, okay, profit is this. And okay, I'll be telling about the sales now. So coming back to the sales, it is okay. So we are done with the profits now. So we'll be looking into the sales. So this will be gone, and we'll be dragging the sales inside our fields because this is where we want to focus more on. So the sales it is. So some of the sales is like 3 million, and we have the average sales now. So that would be 26.68. Okay, so this is like that. So we got our prominent things and the important ones in the next on our right side. So will become the maximum sales now, will be the maximum. So this will be our sales. So the maximum sales we have is 50k. Okay, that's the maximum sales. So and then we'll be arranging it in a easy way that can be understood and perfectly aligned. There is no necessary that everything should be in one page. You can just focus based on the priority that can be changed. So we have sum of profits by category and the category. So if you think the category, and you need to remove these X label and Y label because they are necessarily seen. Okay, the headings itself speaks about that. So I want to get rid of this X axis category and Y axis sum of sales. So you can just simply click on the box where you have the visualization, and to make any amendments you need to go to the format visual over here. This be telling about the x-axis, so the values is on here. If you off, it is gone. Okay, so but we need our electronics, clothing and groceries to be seen. So for that we will be leaving our values like as it is, and then for the title, that will be gone, the category is not seen. So this will give a very good impression about the picture and all. And the same we'll be doing for the y-axis as well. So the title will turn it off, and see, now it looks good actually. Okay, the groceries is okay, zero point 0.5 mm. Okay, 0.45 million. Okay, this is 6 million, this is highest. So sum of sales by category, if you want to edit this also, you can be doing that in the general pane, like in the properties or in the title. Sales by category looks better. So sales by category, and I wanted to put it in the middle, so I'll be grabbing over here. So that's how it is. Now this looks good. So you can also put the divider on, so that's a better appearance. So yeah, in order to highlight also the markings, the numbers, you can do that. So that will be done at the values, and you can just make it a bit darker by doing this. Yeah, see, you can just go the darker ones. So the same works for this one as well. So just click on the box as I told you before. Now go back to the visuals pane here, and then we need to remove the x-axis and y-axis. So we'll be doing the same thing. So the values are on as it is, and the title is okay. Here we need to work on the x-axis of the values. So that's gone now, and the same works for the y-axis here. So that is also simply the same. Okay, so we have the category, and we have, okay, we also have the same values of 107k and 0k and 50k. So the bottom ones are a bit of confusing, so why should we get rid of that? Because we already have values corresponding to the category. The clothing is 107k, electronics is 97k, so I can see that. So why do I want these ones in the x-axis? So I'll simply, turn the values of the x-axis. So that's here. So we'll be going to the values, and that's gone. Boom. So here we have 107k 97. Okay, now this looks good actually. So you can just represent one chart in various different manners. So that is what I'm trying to do here. And this is country by region. So here we have so much of unnecessary things here. We can get rid of region here if you want, and we can, yeah, let's see what in how better way we can make this look. So we have legend, so which is really important. So that tells about which color is which region. So that will be like that. And we'll be working more on this kind of percentages here. And if you want, you can change the color of different regions you like. But for me, I think that is fine. So I'll just leave it like that. And here we have different kind of data labels. So detail labels are written in inside or outside. So if you just put it on, it will tell you. And the title is something that has to be there. The effects and title. That is also good. So I think we have double values right there. It says 27 and 27%. So I just want to have only 27% instead of, like 28 and bracket 28% like that. So I'm just trying to get rid of that. For that, I'll be doing this. Is it right? So it could be outside. That looks much better. So if I put it like percent of total, it's like easy because that's what actually preferred for pie diagrams. So now it looks good because the bracket part is gone. It's like 28% on the east and it is like that. And you can even make your heading look better if you go to the title and see, region count. Okay, count of region is much better. So we'll put it like this, count of region, and this will be coming into the center, and we will draw a divider just like the third picture. So one is done. Now it looks good. If you want to get rid of this region heading also, you can work on that. So for that, we need to click on this diagram first and go back to the visual plane. And yeah, the legend, the title is something you need to turn off. So the region is gone. So it's east, south, west, north, and you have the respective percentages. That is good. And we'll also do the heading part for this one as well. So this one, and subcategory, go to the properties, title, profit by category. We'll leave it like that. And just grab it into the center and draw a divider. This looks better now. Count by region we have, and we will get this to here. So here we have sum of profit by region. This is count of region. So the count in the sense like how many times the east had took place, or how many times the west was seen in the database. So coming back to the profit, it actually calculates the sum as the name indicates. Like for the east it is this much profit, and for west it is like this. So we wanted to make it just like the upper case. We will be working on this visualization for the percentages, where we'll be removing the bracket part in order to make it look good. So it's here, the detail labels, and this has to be always in the percent of total. So this will give you a perfect representation of the profit based on the region. So this one, again, I'll go to the headings and I'll be moving it to the center. So properties, visualization, back here, and the title, and the profit by region. So that will be in the center, of course, and there is a divider line. So we also want to get rid of our legend heading. So legend is of course on. The legend is something nothing but east, south, west. This is the legend which actually gives you the dotted notation of each color in your pie chart. the legend heading is something but the region, which is actually typically unnecessary because everyone can quite understand that it is east, south, west, north, right? So we'll just get rid of this kind of title of region. So this looks better now. And so okay, fine. We have developed till this end. Now, how to make this one a bit appealing? So we'll just try to add a kind of a color to our background, which is this one, the canvas background. You can always put something like any other color. Like let's take, okay, we already have blue. I'll take this brown. Okay, and transparency is like I'll put it like this. Like the less transparency it is, the less brighter it looks. So try to put your transparency of more so that it looks, you know, clearly seen. So I'll just put it like 35 maybe, 46. Okay, this is enough. So make sure that all these boxes are of same size so that it doesn't get overlap. So we have count of region, leave enough space for the heading. So the more important thing is like it also requires a lot of drag and drop part. So that's the thing. So this is profit by category we have, and make sure that everything is like in the same simple line, not overlapping much. Yeah, and for this also you can add different colors. Better stick to the same background which is over here because that doesn't overlap with the other background. So if you can come back, we have added some 46% I think for the background. Yeah, it's 46%. So for this one also we'll try to put the same background, or else we can see the background is on simply. Let us see. Legend, general, effects. Okay, if I put the background off, it is like this. So we'll do that one only because we want everything on that background only. Then only it looks good. Same applies for everything. I'm just turning off the background in order to make it look. Then we can work on this other again. So why can't this be more subtle? Yeah, I think 60-70%. Then we can see the, yeah, this is good. So typically this is how we can see. So we have our maximum profits and everything. This is how a typical representation looks like. So if you want to work more on that, you can, but now we are running out of time. So that is the reason I'm just showing you a a sample representation, how to represent your business executives of how this dashboard looks like. And coming back to the table also, we can work more on the accessories and vegetables. So also wanted to see how many, what are the highest subcategories, like what are the things that have sold the most. So for that we'll be looking onto the count again. So I'll be going to the page 2, and then I'll be grabbing another different chart like column chart, and I'll get the count of subcategory. So I'll put it this over here, or and then I'll say the count and I'll put it here. So this is how typically it looks. So this is also one of the model, you can grab it from that. We can see the action figures and accessories. So these are more okay. So and also I want to see the same for the category as well. So I'll simply I'll copy paste this. So I'll be getting the same one down here, and then I'll be changing the values to category to, so I'll cancel this category, and this one the same works for this one. So even in the category we can see the toys are the highest while the electronics and everything is low. Okay, that's a pretty good information anyway. And what else can be drawn from this is the regions is completed, the category is done, subcategory is done. Okay, sales and profit. So we'll just work more on the numbers. So this is we have over here. So I would like to get a table of the sales and profits. So I just wanted to see the highest sales and profits like that. So I'll get a table. Here is a table. Get sales, profits for each. If you want to make any, not the sum or maximum count, you can just make some changes here based on your mathematical representations. Or you can get the category, you can drag n number of columns you want. It could be category and subcategory. Okay, I want everything on the region. So okay, after the category, it should be the subcategory. You can, drag and drop to shift your column numbers like that. Counts and profits. So rather than count, we better focus more on the, you know, yeah, the sum is good. If clothing. So there are multiple here. So I would like to get only one unique value. So I'll be writing the distinct. Then it will be giving one. Hold on. Okay, so in subcategory we have different kind of things for the category, right? So in clothing it might be kids wear, it can be men's wear. So that is the reason it's not going. So it's better if we leave it like this. Sum of sales and this one. In case if you would like to add a dollar symbol like that, that can also be done here. So you go to somewhere around here. That can be done for this one actually. Whoa. So it's like 50K. When we are doing sum, we need to add something. So it's here. So in case if you would like to, do a publish for this, you can just simply go to the publish here, and definitely you need to make changes for your Power BI desktop and just give it a name. I'll say sales underscore inventory, sales inventory. That will be saved in my desktop. And that's publishing. So format pane, data labels. What? So then I'll be going to my Power BI service here. So as I told you in the introduction, it is Power BI desktop, Power BI service, and then Power BI mobile. So this is my workspace where I have saved. This is my sales and inventory report. So this is the report I would like to share. So that will be like, like going back to the share, and or you can simply So it will be like file, go to this embedded report and publish to web public. So continue, but this is a slight warning because you can't send your reports to public because it might be confidential. But as a part of our thing today, I'm just telling you the way to share the reports. It's like a simple way. So then you'll be getting a link. So if you just copy that link and just paste it on the other browser here, then you're able to see your report. So that is how is the things are. So this is how it is. That is how you get a link and that is how you share. So going back to our this thing. So in order to put a dollar symbol, that is what we are looking now. I think it's in help. Data values. I'm able to find it at the moment. Display just format to the format. So here you can put some millions or decimals. Yeah, so this is how pretty much our data is. So in case if you want to work on other parts as well, we can do like subcategories pertaining to the region. Okay, subcategories pertaining to the region and the sales of that. So for that also we'll be drawing two kind of charts. You might need, like category, their region and sales probably. Or no, just need to see which one fits. So that's one of the line graphs also, like as I told. Based on the region, if you would like to see, so this is typically the pie chart we have elaborated. So it's like that, pretty simple. Oops. Back to the report. It's not I wanted. So yeah, this is pretty much. Yeah, we are like about 10 minutes. So anyone want to know any examples like how more we want to perform? Any kind of visualizations or calculations? Just